Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Monday, October 6, 2014. Well, I'm back, and it's good to be back in the saddle again. We could look at the results of the announcements on Friday, but I think it's suffice to say that for the first time in a long time, unemployment is below 6%. And if that feels good to you, that's great. If it doesn't, I understand fully why it does not feel good to you. Because it doesn't feel good to me. And I may have different reasons, but it just doesn't feel good. Okay, let's take a look at what we have for today. And today we have nothing. It's a little bit busier during the week, but not all that much. All right, let's take a look at Market Watch. They have a new logo, and I like it. I think it fits them well. It's a little, I guess what might be a bullish graphic indicator here. So everybody wants to be on the positive side, and that's okay. So Hewlett-Packard is planning to split into two companies. Are they going to name them Hewlett and the other one Packard? Or one would be HP and the other one PH? I don't know. Who knows? This looks interesting. 10 best tropical islands that retirees can call home. Looks interesting to me. But anyway, we're here to take a look at the futures across the pond. Asia, we are mostly bullish, and in Europe, we are 100% bullish, but not too exciting. Okay, let's take a look at the futures here. We're looking up across the board, 0.25%. Nothing real exciting at this time, but it's overnight, so we don't expect it to be exciting, like over 0.5%. If it is, then it's really exciting because that would be overnight off-hours action or overseas trading, and that could be a big indicator of a direction for the day. But right now we're looking at gold. Geez, I didn't notice this. It's below 1,200. I would say definitely buy now if you've been holding off. Silver's down to 17. Wow. And oil is at 90. Now, I did notice a few gas stations on the way home yesterday that had gas under $3. $2, $2.99, $9.99, $9.9999. So I guess that's under $3. Needless to say, last week we have nothing open right now except for a couple of weirdo trades that I have going on here. So last week we had one that I got out of early, which was Netflix, and I got out for 15 cents on that particular trade. And then on Friday, the Boeing trade expired totally out of the money for 100% profit on that. So for the week, I don't have it in my spreadsheet yet, but it was a gain of $152. So we're starting to recover, and hopefully we can continue to recover from the devastating week prior. Okay, let's just jump right into our scan, provided we don't get a crash. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Alright, starting out with Apple. So I have to get regrounded here because I haven't looked at any charts for 3 days. 3 trading days, so I have to get regrounded. Okay, Apple, and that may be a good thing because, wash the brain clean and let's start over. Yes. Okay, so Apple, still trying to figure out what it is that they're doing. I don't see a trend here. So we're just taking a total pass on Apple. Amazon, I don't see a trend on a daily anyway. Amazon, this one we got out of early. It was one of the few winners from the devastating week. We ended up making 47% or cents on that. So I'm going to remove all drawings here and go up here and let's save the workspace. Just to make sure in case we get a crash. Alright, so Amazon, let's say that it really looks like it's ripe for a 20 delta because we didn't quite qualify for a 50 delta with this red line coming down here. And it's only really, yeah, it's 2 days long. You remember we like to see 3 ideally, but it's not necessary. But here's what kind of concerns me, and that is that we have the MACD sticking its head above the 0 line here. And that could be an indicator of some strength coming into it. But if you notice, it didn't really drop below 0 here until after the trend had actually, well, about the same time the trend changed. So if we're going to get a strong move up here, then we might end up with a trend reversal. But for right now it qualifies as a 20 delta and will be written down as such, and we'll see what happens today. If we don't get a hook down here, then obviously it won't qualify. So here we go. We are going to indicate this as a 20 delta trade. My mouse is a little sticky here. I don't use a pad, so it's just another thing on my desk that gets in the way. Usually I can survive without a pad. Maybe I should probably use one. You get a little smoother action on your mouse. Okay, so we have a 20 delta here on Amazon. And that, of course, would be a bear call. Boeing. Alright, Boeing had a pretty nice move. Of course, we expired totally out of the money on this. It was a good trade. It always feels good when you have a good trade. And what do we have coming up next? We might just have a possible, because of these, we're not getting a good indicator on the moving average here, we might have a 20 delta on the bull put side that we could take a look at here. How many days on this one? Just 1 day. So this is the first day of this up impulse. So we could have a 20 delta here. Let me throw a little target in there as a reminder, and we'll put this on our 20 delta list for today as well. I don't want to get into a lot of positions, so I want to pick the best out of the ones that I see. I think that I definitely entered way too many on the devastating week that I had 2 weeks ago on one single day, on one single move in the market. Even though the following day was extremely unusual, I think I needed to step in a little bit more gingerly than just going all in on that particular day. So that's probably the biggest mistake from that week that I've analyzed and realized. Alright, next up is BIDU. BIDU, we have definitely, I think we're a little bit late on this one, so we're going to hold off on it. We're a little bit late on this move. And we still could take a look at it today though. So I'm just going to slide this one over. And let's put it on our list for today. And like I said, if we have a bunch of candidates, I'll pick the 1 or 2 that look the best, and we'll go from there. Chipotle. Chipotle could have qualified for a 20 delta here. I think we're moving into a pretty strong trend here, but it's too late though. The stochastic is already above 70, so I'm just going to stay out of it and keep an eye on it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put just a different color target on here and say, well, this wasn't really a trade, so we want to keep an eye on it. So there's a different color target. Let's see if being a little bit late to the party here would still work out. I have a feeling it probably would with a 20 delta. Costco. But you got to have rules, and you have to stick to your rules. Okay, Costco, we have earnings coming up, so we're just going to ignore that one. The Dow, we have a ways to go to get back up here to the previous high. On a weekly chart, we're looking pretty topish looking up here. We're just going to have to see how it works out. How bad does gold look? Haven't looked at... Oh, jeez. That is one ugly looking chart. I won't say it like Arnold did. Google. Alright, we have a 20 delta trade here on Google that I am going to go ahead and put down on my list for today. I'm trying to talk and do something at the same time, like chew gum. The earnings coming up next week. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm going to stay out of this. We're going to remove all drawings. I'm staying out of Google for right now. Oops, I don't want to do that. Here we go. Because if I did a 20 delta, I would want expiration out here, and Google can do some funny things as earnings comes up. So mostly it kind of creeps to the upside because everybody wants to be optimistic, right? But I'm staying away from it. I think we have enough candidates in here, or will definitely have enough candidates. Let's see here. LinkedIn, we were looking for a bear call on this, and we got this move last week. So are we looking at another bear call? I don't know. We have some indicators here that the trend is going to kind of reverse. So if I was to do anything on LinkedIn, is I would do this. I would be looking for a bull put on LinkedIn. All right, NDX, the cash NASDAQ index. We kind of flagged this out last week as, you know, riding along this 50, and we slipped below it, and we got lots of stuff going on here, and I think that we are going to get, I don't know what we're going to get, so I'm just going to stay out of it. So I'm taking everything out of here and starting from scratch, staying out of the NASDAQ for right now. Netflix, yeah, we were looking, this is a pretend trade here. Probably not a good one. Let's see here. Let's take all the drawings out. Earnings next week. Just going to stay away. So it looks like earnings season coming up. It looks like cash indexes for this guy. for the most part, as the pickings get slim when earnings season gets heavy. Still waiting here on Priceline for an entry on a 20 delta, and this may be it. If we head back down today, I'm going to put them on the list for a 20 delta in the bear call territory. So we're above the 50. We're above 50 here, so that's okay for a 20 delta. For if we were to move up today into this territory, I would change it to a 50 delta. But it's not there, and it may continue down today. And if it does, then we might consider jumping in on that. The Russell. Okay, Russell is definitely in a downtrend. I am going to put this on the 20 delta for today. Need a little bit of confirmation to follow that up. MACD is essentially right at 0. What does it say here? It does. It says 0. Let's see. SPX. Let's see how the S&P 500 is doing. A little bit of confusion here. Not sure which way to go there. And Tesla. Alright, we were looking for a bear call in Tesla, and I am going to take that out. I don't know what to do with Tesla. I'm not sure which direction it's moving. If anything, it's going up. So we're just going to keep a little bit of an eye on it for a while. And last but not least is Visa. I have a JP Morgan Chase card, and I'm a little bit disappointed in them. I mean, second time that they got hacked. I think Jamie Dimon should lose his job. Isn't he retiring, or is he going to run for president? I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. Anyway, looks like Visa may end up with a little bit of trend of confusion here, let's call it. It's very unusual when the 20, is that what it is? 20 EMA and the SMA 50 are both in lockstep and at the same level. That's weird. Okay, Visa, not sure what's going on there either. We get a little bit of noise in there, so we're just going to get uninterested in it for now. All right, so kind of a short one today, a little bit past the 18-minute mark. It's good to be back. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and above all, happy trading.